In the middle, we're going to do a white. We're going to do have I reached Somaliland?
Thank you.
Disappointed by how
yeah, but it sounds like
we thought very seriously people in desire and just put the entire thing.
I don't think the fish ones go quite well. I think already pleased. We've got aim is to get it in. So the other side. Election.
Oh, and I don't think we put it in here.
Dirk is the person who told me about this. So is that
I know she spoke so well. She just started. She must come over now.
because then if you have elections.
No, I know, because it was funded by the group. Anything within a EFD logo.
Right. Well,
I think I remember what it was so much
that means
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and thank you, please, for coming this morning to what I believe is a very worthy cause. My name is James Carver. I'm a UKIP member of the European Parliament for the West Midlands, and I represent a party that seeks self-determination for the United Kingdom with regards to the context of our membership of the European Union. UKIP has been a friend of the Somaliland cause for many years now. And I'm delighted to pick up that mantle and carry it forward, because I believe that the case for international recognition for Somaliland can have huge positive results across the whole of Africa, which can lead on, I think, to positivity in that troubled region. We have a situation, and Michael Greaves will put his lawyer's cap on shortly and speak about the legal determination. But we have an opportunity now to really underline the success story that Somaliland has become. But that doesn't stop there. I'm also interested in the success story that Somaliland will be once international recognition comes. And with respect to South Sudan, the newest country to receive international recognition, in my own personal view, is that the cause of Somaliland and the case for recognition for Somaliland is far stronger than with respect for Southern Sudan. So I look forward to an interesting day. We're starting off this morning here at the Renaissance. We're moving to the European Parliament this afternoon, and the highlight of the day will be when Mohammed addresses the Somaliland Foreign Minister addresses has a meeting with AFET, the Foreign Affairs Committee of the European Parliament. There will be an exchange of views at 5 PM this afternoon. So it really is about building up. And I'm also pleased to welcome representatives from across the political spectrum here. I'm delighted there are representatives from other political groups in the Parliament, because this isn't about any political party or any political group hogging this and saying, no, this is our issue. This is about raising the wider concerns and the wider issues of Somaliland. And I'm particularly delighted to welcome the two, one of the Swedish MEPs, Peter, as Peter is one of our Swedish colleagues in the EFDD group, and of course, just like in the United Kingdom, there is a large Somalilander diaspora across the United Kingdom, across Sweden, and across Denmark. So this is very much in the interest, I think, of the European Union, certainly in the interests of the United Kingdom, and certainly in the interest of the Commonwealth, that we have a strong, shining beacon on the Horn of Africa called Somaliland. There are a few changes to the presentation. The DVD presentation we've got down at 10:36, but what this will be shortened to 10 minutes, and it will be really highlighting the devastation and the terrible state that Somaliland found herself in at the end of the 1991 Civil War. And I think what I would hope delegates here today will see was at the end of this presentation how Somaliland has picked itself up from the ruins of that devastation of 1991 and just shows what potential she has as a country and as a leading light in the Horn of Africa. There is another change. One of the most charismatic speakers I've ever had the pleasure to listen to is Edna Adan, former Foreign Minister Edna. If you don't know her, you soon will. I'm sure you will equally be impressed by her and the work she does in healthcare across Somaliland. Edna is actually going to be speaking this afternoon in the afternoon session in the committee room in European Parliament, and we're swapping that round with the general overview will now take place. My understanding, Minister, you will be speaking, Dr. Saeed will be speaking this morning with relation to the general overview. So without further ado, I'm going to move forward. There will be plenty of chance for questions later, and I would perhaps like to ask for the DVD presentation to begin. Thank you, and thank you for coming.
I have many dreams and plans to see that we go back to the homes, and the homes will have to be rebuilt, all things, and everything to become normal, and we live peace and good life again. I told my children the times will come better, and we back to our country. And you will have to be back to start your schools and your background to be built as well as before.
meydadkii iyo dhibaatooyinkii iyo dhiiggii qulqulayay iyo dhibaatooyinka aanu soo marno naftu aada u didsan tahay marna dayadoo dhibaatanu soo martay oo ummadii intiina lagu garaacayay ama dhiigagii ama rafaadkii badnaa aynu muddada aada ku soo jirnay ilaa Ethiopia iyo ilaa Hargeysa dhexdooda unanu daadayna anagoo waxba garanaha.
I think we need to explain that this is the story, the documentary of a family that has become refugees, that have become destitute because of the civil war that took place in Somaliland between 1982 and 1991, when Somaliland was in civil war with the troops of the dictator Siad Barre. So this follows that family from the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa, to the refugee camp and back again. So this shows you the destruction and the absolute disruption of family life. So the troops, it was the army that did this. Anti-aircraft guns, MiG fighters, tanks caused the destruction of civilian dwellings. Thank you.
عدو
The instructions they had, the army had, and the commanders had, was to level the city so that freedom fighters would not hide in the civilian homes. So that was the instruction the way they had. Kill, destroy, level to the ground. Don't leave anything standing. I'm just doing my duty. I am following orders.
Deze authentieke opnamen van de verwoesting van de stad Hargeisa waren onderdeel van een instructiefilm van het Somalische leger. De video moest als voorbeeld dienen voor soortgelijke acties in andere delen van Noord-Somalië.
50,000 people died in Hargeisa city alone. 250,000 were killed during the civil war. And 1 million of our people sought refuge in neighboring countries, Ethiopia, Yemen, Djibouti. That was the army fighting the civilians who had paid taxes to support the army. So the civilians were actually paying for the guns and the ammunition that was used against them. If that's not genocide, I don't know what is.
Voor de burgeroorlog woonden in Hargeisa 500.000 mensen. Bij de gevechten in mei 88 vielen er meer dan 60.000 doden. De rest van de bevolking sloeg op de vlucht.
There was much dead body, so we buried that dead body at the night time, because in the daylight we are afraid of the bombing continuing. In the night times, all the night times we are burying on the dead body and getting some water and some food all the night times. All the day times we are just laying on for bombing of air attack and heavy artillery.
meel bakhaar uga bayac mushtara ayaan ugu fidhi halkii baa maalinimadii laga dareeyay iyadoo hubkii waaweyaan.
This woman was a shop owner. She was a businesswoman.
lagu garaacay gurigii ayaa markaa lagu xareeyay 3 cisho ayaan markaa gurigii ku jirin iyadoo raashinkii aanu dhiganay ay naga boobeen.
They looted the food rations that the civilians had in their homes. They were surrounded and kept indoors for 3 days without food, without water.
kolkii aan markii dooxay ka soo taroonay ayaan meelad aad badan aan ugu yimi oo rasaasina si xoog ay u socoto oo raranaya alaabta ninaan walaalanahay oo markaa ila socdo oo yar wareersan oo isna suuqa ka soo qabtay halkii ku geeyay.
They killed her brother.
We decided to go through Ethiopia, this nearest border we can reach. In this case, were started to walk on foot, and it takes for us about 12 days. On the road, you always see the people, the elders, the children, women, all just telling each other on the road. And that's to the border.
That's a refugee camp that housed 1 million refugees. There was Dul'at, there was Asha, and there was, where was the other one? Dahor, Abokor, there were 4 or 5 refugee camps, each with over 100,000 refugees. They were inside Ethiopia.
De Ogaden-woestijn in het oosten van Ethiopië. Een van de meest onherbergzame gebieden van het land. In juni 88 kwamen hier in een paar dagen tijd bijna 500.000 vluchtelingen aan. De oorlog in Somalië bleef in het wereldnieuws maanden onopgemerkt. En het duurde dan ook lang voordat de hulpverlening hier op gang kwam. Het Hoogcommissariaat voor de Vluchtelingen stond voor de bijna hopeloze taak om in deze woestijn de vluchtelingen in leven te houden. Hargeisa was voor de oorlog een welvarende stad. De vluchtelingen die hier vandaan kwamen zijn dan ook goed opgeleide vaklui, handelaren en intellectuelen. Zonder enige noemenswaardige bezittingen moesten ze van de ene op de andere dag wennen aan een vluchtelingenbestaan.
This is my family. This is my children, the wife, the sister of the wife, and my children. Some of them are not here. And this is the tents I live with my boys. And this is the kitchen we cook. That's the kitchens of the family. And also this is the tent of the ladies and wives also sleeping. And that's the present situation we live here. That's it.
De Somalische vluchtelingen zijn eigenlijk nooit nieuws geweest. Ruim 3 jaar zitten ze nu al in dit kamp. Nog dagelijks komen er nieuwe bij. Vooral uit het zuiden van Somalië, waar troepen van de gevallen president Bar oorlog voeren met de nieuwe machthebbers. Iedereen moet zich in het kamp laten registreren. Alleen dan heb je recht op gerantsoeneerd voedsel.
When we came to the refugee camps, especially in the Hashins, it's very strange for us. Anybody's like this, very strange. Thousands of people who was just standing blind, waiting something to give, and there's no water, there's no home, there's no anything. There's no tent, there's no home. There's no water, and very strange. I wonder it happens like this on my age. I don't expect it on this day. Of my life, on this situation.
Ibrahim was in Hargeisa een succesvol man. Als manager van de luchthaven had hij een goed salaris, bedienden en een groot eigen huis. De verwoesting van de stad verraste ook hem en zijn gezin volledig.
markaan noloshii dowran ku noolaan jirnay dabooshan biskuudna haween loo xiriyo qof shaqaystay oo nolol wanaagsan ku soo noolaa markuu dee la kulmo bariyo nusqaan iyo dhibaatooyin
We lived a life where we earned a living, when we had comfort, and it's strange for us to be somewhere where we have no food, no water, and we just don't know what to do.
waxaan dareemayaa dadku markii hore aan gacanta ku hayay dad waxbaray oo tacliin bartay oo taxayay oo nidaam leh oo bay ahaayeen intii aan dibadda usoo baxnay dadkii waxay noqdeen wax qaarkood daba ku dhaqaaqeen markii hore noloshina aad u daciiftay.
My children have been attending school. Since we became refugees, the character of my children have changed. They have become rebellious and they have resorted to petty crime.
sharaftii aad u daciiftay welidoodii aad u daciiftay waxbarashadoodii aanay jirin ciidanka qolkii dambe ku biireen wada dhibaatooyin badan ayaa korintoodii dambe 3 sannadood ka qabsatay hoy la-aan waxyaabo badan ayaa 3 sannadood dhibaato xoog leh soo qabsatay ay wadeen hayntooda.
Sinds 2 jaar heeft iemand niet meer een baan. In het kamp is hij op vrijwillige basis een soort gezondheidswerker. Hij is verantwoordelijk voor de juiste uitvoering van de talrijke begrafenis. En verder moet hij bij zijn dagelijkse rondje in het kamp nieuwe ziektegevallen opsporen en registreren.
My feeling of my work, whenever we saw somebody who needed assistance and we could not do anything for that, we became angry, hopeless. These days, most of them, some of them died for dehydration, and some of them is dying for, especially for children, they are dying for diarrhea, measles,